what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mega64 Podcast. We're coming to you on a cool Monday morning. Oh, wait, it's Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
It's after lunch.
Morning
Yeah,
somewhere.
for gamers, it's kind of a morning.
It's a gamer's morning.
It's a happy gamer morning.
If you're a real gamer, you're just waking up. You went to sleep about 5 hours ago. You've been slippity-dippity,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Son,
what the
yeah,
gamers
so
do.
That's what the gamers say.
They say and do.
That's what
It's like,
Adam
4:30 in the
says.
morning. I better slippity-dippity,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Slippity-doo!
Whoa.
Adam Sandler is the biggest gamer.
He plays Candy Crush I've never seen anyone deeper.
I bet he is a mobile gamer.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
What else are you going to do
He's
when you're
running away
waiting?
from his fans. No!
Yeah.
Anyway.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of the Mega64 Podcast. This episode is sponsored by Creative Block. Yeah, we have a new sponsor this week, and this one is a podcast put on by our good friend, Gene Goldstein.
Oh, yeah.
And Gene's good friend, V. Bryatts. Creative Block is the show where Gene and V doodle and chat with artists about their creative life, how they broke into the industry, and how they get through Creative Block. New episodes every Monday on YouTube.
Nice.
Check it out. You might want to see, if you've heard of these animators, Worthy Kids, Joan and Vasquez, Viv Z Pop, Kiki Flipnote, Alex Hirsch. Those are just some
shit.
of the few episodes
very
and
nice.
interviews they've done. It's called Creative Block. Check it out.
That's a great roster. And if you want your own great roster for your own personal pleasure, check out our other sponsor, Tenga, who has provided amazing products for his or her pleasure since, I don't know what year they were founded, 2003?
A loaded roster.
That's a guess.
You're right.
But check out the link below and use offer code Mega64 if you want to get 15% off.
Yeah. do that.
Tenga.
Tenga. And Creative Block.
Camera on
Thanks.
me. Camera on me.
No, don't do that.
Why camera on you?
It's great.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's,
There
I
you
like
go.
that.
There you go.
That one's
Great.
a classic.
You
Is
look
that
like
better?
the type of young boy who would love a Tenga. You look like
Yeah.
the type of guy who's like,
Yeah,
"Dude,
I just
Oh.
got old enough and I can now go on the website. I just
Yeah.
turned 18.
What are you starting with? 6-pack of eggs? You going for a twister?
what's
Yeah.
the first, camera on Shawn, keep it on Shawn. What's the first weird thing you ever masturbated with?
You know?
Hey, YouTube adjusted their stuff. We can talk about this at the opening now.
Was it fruit? Was it
Fruit?
vegetable? Yeah, like a cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Was it
I
like
can't-
meat, carrots? What?
What was it?
You ever do
I
like
don't-
a
I don't
hair
know.
gel? Did you ever go through an experimental phase?
I don't
like,
think I've
little
ever
dog.
gone crazy. I don't think so.
you ever did like,
No.
you ever did
Pocket.
like Cool Whip?
Remember one
or,
time I listened to Love Line, the guy asked if he could have
butter? Butter?
anal sex with his girlfriend if they used they had Crisco.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that.
Is that all right? And Dr. Drew's like, I mean, just go to the store and get something else, but I guess it'd be fine. But yeah, I've never gone on that route.
No.
You never
I don't think
had
so.
a foreign object.
No, I don't think I have.
I never did that until one of our new sponsors came into the
True,
fray, and I
yeah.
won't say which. But no, anyway, no. Shout out Tenga. I wasn't gonna. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say sumo. I was doing
I thought you were gonna
sumo steak.
Yeah,
Peekaboo
one
Joy
of our,
Juice.
yeah, our most prominent sponsor from 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Fire machines really got Rocco going.
I have to hand it
this
to our
machine was on fire.
I have to hand it to our sponsors out there. Very brave sponsoring this show because our track record is usually our sponsors go out of business.
Not all the time.
Kickapoo, Fire Machines,
Well.
Sumo.
I think some of those are still going. I believe.
You don't even know.
No,
no,
well,
there's
who
a
doesn't?
bunch that still are.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, Tenga and Creative Block. Those ones are still going. So check them out. Hey, we're doing this episode on a Monday because we were very busy this week working on a top secret video that you're going to be seeing soon.
Yeah.
How you guys recuperating from this weekend? Were
Dude.
you sleepy?
I came in and I told you guys, I was like, I don't know about you, but around 5 p.m., I hit the bed and was out.
Really?
Like, I was exhausted from this weekend. Yeah.
Well, we were out in the sun filming.
That's what I think it was on Saturday, the sun.
Yeah. I was fine. And then, dude, my little girls asked if I would jump in the trampoline with them, which I haven't done in a while. That shit is not easy when you're this old, I guess. Like,
How old are you?
37
Oh,
years
God.
young.
Yeah, that should still be easy.
Yeah,
And
you start to
usually- I
notice like
thought-
you can hurt your back easy on a
my
trampoline.
knee, like,
Can I point out?
overextended.
Can I
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan was 40 years old when he made Rumble in the Bronx.
What the fuck,
Which
dude?
was his first American hit.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
37 and you're struggling in a trampoline? That's unacceptable.
Jackie Chan has never had to go on this fucking trampoline. It was hard. It was hard stuff. My knee already
To be
did
fair.
it, and then my little girls were tackling me and trying to steal my wallet. And
Yeah, I
it
don't
was a
think
whole
Jackie
fun
Chan
thing.
would
Wait,
handle
wait,
that.
Yeah.
Trying to steal your wallet.
Yeah, they like take out my wallet and then like pickpocket me, and then
Wait,
they
is
go,
this
"We
like a
got
training?
it."
This is like a training exercise. You
Dude.
take him to Seaport Village or
Yo,
something?
you do need to be more like Jackie Chan. That's Roundhouse.
No, it's
Yeah,
fun.
we need definitely. We
Take
did
my wallet.
definitely need to make
They
a
took
police
my
story
wallet
here.
and they were
Yeah.
like throwing my debit cards over the fence.
No.
That
Seriously?
last part's not true.
No.
I was just joking.
identity theft.
Hey,
It's hilarious.
This is really quick. Right before this podcast, I did a Zoom parent-teacher conference, and
Oh, we just lost a bunch of viewers.
no, wait, hear me out. Hear me out. So I log in, and then Jenny just goes, "Hey, your name's wrong," and I had that sinking feeling
Oh, was
in
it
my
tits
stomach
and
that
ass
it was
again?
TNA again. It was like, oh my God! Now it's my parent-teacher conference is TNA. Like,
For those who may not know the original story,
So good.
Shawn, we used Zoom in a Todd and Aaron video several years ago.
Several.
And used the screen name when it pops up on screen, TNA. And then Shawn used that account for school events later,
well,
not
it
knowing
was
it said
volleyball
TNA.
things. Well, now
Shawn,
I was
that's one of my favorite stories.
I
It
was,
is.
Me too.
I was petrified.
Love
Like,
when you
oh
tell
my God, it says TNA again. It did not. It said Beckett. Thank God. Beckett
okay.
came in and used it at some point and saved my life. Thank God for
Yeah.
Beckett. Anyways, so
Change-
it was
changed
close
your
call.
screen name.
Close call. Yeah. Anyways, you know what? Theme song. Hello.
Hello.
I was just alerted by Johnny that Eric Bedore is in the chat and made a comment about how Johnny was late to play the theme song. And Johnny's now upset.
We don't need any peanut gallery,
So-
Mr.
Yeah, we don't-
Bedore.
I hope you're happy, Eric.
You fucking rat.
Believe me, Eric's thrilled. by
Now the
this
vibe
news.
is fucked up in here.
Yeah, energy sucks in here.
Now we're going to do face fuck podcast caliber.
Yeah, we're gonna do fuck and eat or whatever the podcast is.
We spent all weekend building him up, and you just fucking come in here and tear down. You don't create.
We're gonna tell you how
destroy.
we're gonna tell you how the pretzel pub burger at Buttfuckers is. Or
Well,
whatever,
Rocco actually
Fuddruckers.
was planning on saying giving that review.
Fuddruckers. Sorry, I watched the Mike Judge movie Extract.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I was just gonna say real quick, you had a close call there. I had a close call just before coming to the studio today.
What happened?
I have been in the eye of road rage before, but I had a first happen to me today. This is a daily occurrence for me, but today it hit an all new level.
Uh-oh.
When I say road rage, I don't have road rage. I don't care. Like, I'm on the road and I am going at the speed that I'm going. I don't go fast.
Rocco
I
is
don't-
road
I can
indifference.
confirm.
Yeah.
Rocco is
You guys
totally
know.
oblivious to anybody else around him on the road. He sets his pace
Yeah.
and then tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not oblivious in the sense that I am causing accidents, but I am on my
maybe
own.
We'll hear the story.
But anyway, something I have to go through every day is where I pull out of where I live and onto the public street.
Okay. Now, it is illegal to pull out into oncoming traffic. That is on the books in California.
As I found out.
If you see a car coming, you have to let them pass and
Right.
get behind
They have the
them.
right of way.
Yes.
That's the law.
No, all that it is like when I leave where my little township, it's a little bit uphill, not uphill like big time uphill, but a little bit. And there's cars parked on either side of the road
Right.
to the entrance of where I live.
yes.
You can't
Yeah.
see.
So
shit.
you pull up and then you have to pull out. You have to pull out a little bit to see who's
to
coming
assess.
on either side.
Yep.
Peek.
Yep.
So every day I do that. I pull up, then I peek out, and almost daily, cars that are going by screech like I'm like you're about to hit me. What? And it's like, nope, I'm pulling out slightly just to see either side. I'm not moving
Because
fast.
you couldn't see that car
I'm
before until
literally
you pulled out. Yeah.
I'm literally crawling. I don't do this fast at all. I don't want to get hit. I'm a very cautious driver.
That's true.
You guys can attest to that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do not drive fast or anything. So
And you've been hit in this situation in the past.
not in this situation.
Well, you've pulled out and been rear-ended, right?
I've been rear-ended a bunch of times, yeah, but not.
Where the car like went under your car. You've told the story on the podcast before.
I mean,
But you were in a turn lane then, I thought.
Yeah. No, but anyway, with this, it's just you inch out, and then people will look at me like, and it's like, it's in this weird place where like they can't see me, and I can't see them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just see a car moving and go, "You're gonna keep going," and it's like I'm not. I'm just looking. And then it happened again today, and the guy laid on the horn so hard. I mean, it was like,
Oh my God,
are we
psycho?
Yeah, it was. And I just honked back, like, got it kind of honk. You know what I mean? And then he
The
slowed.
got it honk.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hear you.
I felt like after 20 of them, it was like, I am responding. I'm here. Yes.
I'm aware.
Now,
got it.
Personally,
I'm used to this.
Now I will say, I'm gonna cut in here. When people honk me back, I do honk them back, but it's not a got it honk. It's a why don't you fuck off and die honk.
Yeah.
That's how when people honk me,
You go?
even if you're behind me, I'll just hit my horn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the sound will curl around behind my car,
Yeah, sound
and they'll
curls.
know it's directed at them.
Yeah.
Sorry to the people in front of me.
No.
I haven't done that in a while, but there was definitely an era of me.
Yeah, a lot of times I feel like I'm moving. You are no matter to me. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But this guy, it's like after 22 honks, I'm gonna. I guess I'll respond.
Did he like
22
that?
honks means he was probably mad at you.
and he's looking at me clearly,
Oh my
like
God.
mouthing
wow.
shit.
Angry.
And
Wow.
I've talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna talk about it again.
Oh Jesus.
no.
You gotta
What'd you
move.
do?
I have never in my life flipped off a driver, or I've never done anything that on aggro on that level.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Today?
I do this other thing that I think makes them madder, where I start fake crying and I go, "I'm so sorry," like that, and I think now specifically men. I'm singling out men.
That's some voice.
Can't handle this. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Like I just do. Like I just do that. I play cry.
Yeah.
And I'll even go, "Oh no, I'm sorry."
The fist over the eyes, like going back and forth
Yes.
like that. That is the ultimate insult.
Yeah.
That's
So-
like a cartoon cry.
Specifically, men are affected by this, I guess. And
yeah.
I did that because again, he kind of like stopped stopped just past me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's still honking and saying something, and it's like I'm moving on, and so I just, "No, I'm sorry, man." I go to drive off. He backs his car up in front of my car, so I can't leave the entrance of where I live.
Nice. Just got interesting.
And he starts to open his door.
Oh my
and
God.
I just
Hell yeah.
skid the other way and went around him and drove away.
Hell
I've never had that happen to me in my
He
entire
wanted
life.
to get out and fight you.
And I'm telling you, and
Hell
I give
yeah.
you my word.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Question.
Yeah.
So you do the crying thing, and then you see him stop. Does your butthole
was
pucker?
already- he was already
Does your
stopped.
butthole pucker at that point?
Yeah, you get
when
nervous?
the car starts backing up.
Yeah, that's when I
did
started.
you start feeling a tingle?
I-
Did you feel fear?
No, I started just going, "Oh my God, holy shit." It didn't even occur to me. It was just like, in my brain, it was just get around. And
Get
then
out of
go.
there.
Yeah.
Did your fight or flight kick in?
Yeah, he
didn't-
flew.
I feel like it didn't occur to me what had happened until I was out of the distance.
You were kind
because
of
it happened so fast.
You were probably laughing to yourself while you
Yeah.
were driving away.
Yeah, I was just, "Oh my God."
I have that too, where when my fight or flight kicks in, I start giggling, and then I don't realize
that's
until
what I did. Yeah.
afterwards I think about it and went, "Oh, that was dangerous."
Stress relief mechanism.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
So, but I'm just saying, I give you my word. I swear on everything I hold dear. I did not like speed out of the entrance where he had a reason to go like, whoa. I inched out to look.
Yeah.
It was, I swear to you
This
guys.
guy was having a bad day.
Yes, he was having
This
a bad
is,
day.
I mean, even if you were in the wrong at all, which I'm not saying you were, that's a little much.
Yeah.
Like, chill the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, calm
No,
down.
I felt the same way. Even if I had gone a little fast out of the entrance.
That kind of happens
would've
to
been
me.
too
There's
much.
a place where I get Jenny a coffee and I pulled out and yeah, same thing. I just inch out just so I could see behind these motorhomes.
Yeah.
And someone honked at me there. Yeah, I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't see you before. Now I can, so I'm not going to go. But like, I can't see shit. So relax. Like people get so crazy.
I love using my horn. Am I the only one?
Oh, no, I still
love
like it.
using my
Yeah.
horn. I will use any excuse to use my horn. I'm a dick about it.
Yeah.
I'm a dick. I will honk people for no reason other than just to make them feel bad. Because I know it makes them feel bad. There is a coffee shop down the street from here, a drive-through coffee shop, one of the most popular coffee chains in America. And ever since the pandemic hit, the line goes from the drive-through, through the parking lot, out of the parking lot, into the street.
Yeah.
The line is in the street.
Main street,
in
too.
like a main street
Yeah.
lane, and it's always causing traffic. So every time I pass and the line is in the street, it's no problem for me to drive around them.
Sure.
It's really no inconvenience. But as I do it, I lay on that fucking horn. Chipperly. Oh, there's a line in the street. And as I drive away, I watch in my rearview mirror as all the cars try to cramp into the driveway. And I go, thanks. Yeah, clear up the road. Get out of the way. I can see like all four cars like, oh, where am I supposed to go? I'm sorry.
I kind of like this.
Because I know, like,
I kind of like you.
I've been stuck in that. Here's why I started doing this. It happened to me once.
Yeah.
I got in that line and I was stopping traffic and somebody honked the shit out of me. And I was like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing
I don't
here?
need coffee that
Why?
bad.
Yeah, I don't need coffee that bad. Why am I stopping traffic? Also, this coffee shop is literally every 2 blocks.
Right.
Yeah.
It's in Vaughn's. It's in
Right.
the
Yeah.
fucking bank. There's like 3 in this vicinity.
Oh, a certain chicken sandwich restaurant that just finally came to San Diego caused this problem. For the first 6 months it was open.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel the same way. It's like, yo, if it's that busy, you can't take a fucking city block of street was just
You know
solid
what?
Chick-fil-A line.
You can do it. You can do it. But I get to honk you.
Yeah.
That's what I get to do.
I think that's
You know-
I think that's right.
Driving today. So Emma just got her license last week. And so we were driving to school. She was driving me. And a lady, there was like 3 cars at a stop sign in front of us facing the other way. And then one car went. And then another lady just like skipped our turn, like skipped us. Like,
Yeah.
And then she went. And I was fucking pissed.
What'd you do?
I said, Emma, honk. Emma, yell at her. Do something. And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine. It's
not fine.
Fuck that woman. And then she like, looked at her like with stupid makeup on, just looking at us like all like, ugly and ugh.
Stupid
And I was like,
makeup.
get her,
Oh.
honk her. And she's like, no. I'm like, oh,
Let me ask you something.
yeah.
When you're at a 4-way stop intersection, you're going this way, somebody's coming towards you, right?
Yeah.
But then on the sides are people going across.
Definitely, yeah.
What's the proper etiquette? Is it I go and then the person goes to the right and
Yeah.
then
To
the
the right.
person coming across goes
Yes.
and then the person to the left?
Unless it's all full up, then it's 2 at a time.
Okay.
It
Because I
depends.
did the 2 at a time thing once.
Yeah.
What do you mean 2 at a time?
I do the 2 at a time
here's
every
what
day.
happened. 4 cars approached the intersection at the same time.
Okay.
And the car across from me started going. And I thought, well, the 2 cars going across sideways can't
Right.
go because this car is coming towards me.
Right.
So I went forward as this car went.
Forward.
We
okay.
crossed each other.
Yeah, they didn't have their turn
Yeah,
signals
so
on.
yeah, everyone's
no
going
one's
straight.
turning.
Yeah, because if you were turning left, then
Yeah.
you'd have to wait.
What happened, I was the passenger in that car. My friend was driving. One of the cars that was going sideways
Yeah.
hard veered and like from behind pulled up like and caught up to us, pulled up next to us on the road. And I'll never forget, there was like this 40-something-year-old woman in her 40s, Mexican woman, and she rolled down the window and she just shouted at us, fucking Whoa! She said the F slur at us. And then she sped off. I self-censored, by the way.
Good job.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I bleeped my own A.
That's
I'm an expert at
insane.
self-censoring.
What the fuck? Because why? There's no need for this woman.
She couldn't have gone until that other car had left. I do that type of four-way stop every day because coming home from work during traffic, all four ways are filled up with cars waiting to go.
Yeah.
So it's 2, 2, 2, unless someone's turning.
By the
but
way-
if both people are turning, then you still
Yeah.
both go.
I think about that every time I go to an intersection now because that's a traumatizing event.
It
only
is.
happened once in my life. I got called the same slur filming this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll see the video when it comes out. Yeah, I was in costume and you guys were all
Saturday,
filming something.
right?
Oh, I wasn't aware
And
that
these
happened.
two guys like rolled up and like rolled down the window and looked at me and then just went, fucking, and then they said the same thing. And then they drove off and I'm like,
Come on, San Diego.
I was like,
do
guys,
better.
I'm with you,
I'm
Garrett.
an actor, okay?
Yeah.
This is a costume. But to be fair, being an actor, I've been called that pretty much my whole life.
No,
That's par for the course.
Fair enough.
Damn.
So, anyways,
Damn.
F slurs, driving, crashing.
Hey, I have a
acting.
question for you two
Okay.
and Garrett. Actually, for everyone. This question.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Johnny.
Johnny, you're
Johnny,
playing.
hey, do you guys remember Pack Day at high school?
Yeah.
Where the parents would go to your classes with you?
Oh, horrible.
I
no.
had this realization, like, I don't think that's normal. I think that was just our school. Johnny, have you ever heard of this? Of your parents going to
high
each
school?
in high school? Your
Hell
parent
no.
will go to each one of your classes with you.
Never heard of this.
I was telling this
Yeah.
to my kids in high school, and they
know.
were fucking mortified. Like, this can't be a thing.
Well, Pack Day was a half day.
It was a half day.
And so it was kind of just like more like a parent-teacher conference.
Yes,
They got
but-
to see every class.
But you would do sometimes you would have an actual day of class, like a shorter period, but still. But your parents would be sitting in your chair, and then you would just be sitting like behind them or standing up by the wall or whatever, and it was fucking terrible.
I have like junior high school memories of this, but not high school.
My parents never participated in Pack Day.
Oh,
They had jobs.
lucky
Did
you.
your parents go, Rocco?
I told them about it. They said that sounds dumb, and they didn't go.
See, that's okay. Okay.
They went to when they would have a thing at night that's like come,
yeah,
meet
yes,
the
but
teacher
that makes
or
sense.
whatever.
That's the back to school night or whatever.
Yeah, those.
Pack Day was
Yeah.
just to mortify your fucking kids. Like, this is something that I just assumed was normal until I realized
Yeah.
now as an adult. I don't think this is normal, and I think this sucked.
Were you
Yeah.
charter? Like, were you at a weird school?
No, we were at
No, we were at a good
West Hills
school.
High School,
Yeah,
regular
all right.
school.
That's Grossmont High School. Same.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
mine,
same district. And so what it happened was I would never tell, my dad would never go to this. He would be like, no, I'm going to do you a solid and not go because I love
Yeah.
you. My mom, I knew, like, she can never find out about this. She cannot know. And so she'd
Yeah.
always hear about it like the day after. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Mom, sorry. Always. But then my senior year, my fucking brother was a freshman and left the Pack Day flyer or whatever lying around. And my mom saw it and she came in like, hey, got the day off work. I'm going to your school and going to go to your classes. Like, that is the fucking last thing on the planet that I want. I do not want that. And so she alternated between like first period with Luke, second period with me, third period with Luke. It was just like
Krista got out. Okay.
Krista, I don't think she did it when Krista was in high school.
Yeah.
But it was mortifying. And I just now look back like that was fucking weird that we did that. Like, that was a terrible idea. I don't, If my kids had that today and they, like, I would never assume they would want me to go to that. And if they actually asked me not to go, I would respect that and be like, yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Never.
I'd be like, hey,
What if
thanks.
they're doing all kinds of crazy shit in school?
Yeah, if they were fucking up and you needed
That's
to be
like,
there.
you know what? You're right. If they were like the shit kids who are getting in trouble all the time, like, hey, if you don't
Getting C's.
if you don't get your shit together, I'm going to Pack Day
That's something.
and I'm gonna
I-
fucking embarrass the shit out of you. So what is it gonna be? As a threat.
Yeah.
But my kids aren't shithead kids. They're great kids who have great. They're all straight A's, so it's fine. Anyways, I just had that weird realization.
What
that
if the
our
teachers
schools
are going too easy?
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, you
you
could
know.
critique the teacher.
Yeah,
Maybe-
You go to Pack Day and like, oh, my kids are getting straight A's. Like, all right, so today it's A, B, C, D. Who knows any D words? And you're like, what? No wonder they have a fucking A. This is remedial shit. And then you realize, like, I got to put them in a tougher class.
Yeah. You lose
Yeah.
faith.
Yeah,
in-
I
faith
just
in the
remember
system.
feeling like I was wasting my time being in the classes because it was everyone's parents making like dad jokes.
Yes, and
you know,
like
to
it
the teacher,
sucked.
and like, oh, what? And the teacher going, well, we have quite a different audience today. So, well, let me just say that, and it's like we're not learning anything. So I think I left and went to the theater or something,
Yeah.
because other people were hanging
But
out
then, like,
there.
even in the theater, if you remember, like, you had to do a skit or like a improv with like your parent.
Oh hell no.
I'm telling
That's
you,
hell.
it
That's what hell
was
is like.
Hell, it was terrible. And then, like, my
Ugh.
mom would like say things about like kids in my class to me, super loud. Like,
What's wrong with his eye?
it was more like, look at this hippie girl over here. She's really pretty. I'm like, Mom, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, why are you here?
Fuck, dude, that's rough.
Yeah, dude.
Well, now you're teaching them math like this. When I was younger, we didn't teach math like that. I'm ready to leave. I don't need to be here.
Fuck
I
out
don't
of
need to be
here.
here anymore. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, how funny. That did seem normal to me back
It did,
then.
because I just assumed that everyone did that. But then
Yeah.
looking back,
I've
now,
never
it's
heard of
like,
anyone
I don't
else
think
doing
that's
that.
ever happened besides that school.
That's really weird.
Bueno.
Fuck. I know. I had that thought.
Yeah, you have to get it out.
I had to get it out. I had to ask the question.
Was it
if you had
intrusive
ever heard
thought?
of that? John, you don't have that in the East Coast?
I've never heard of that in my whole life.
Can you imagine your dad?
Oh,
Going
that
to
would
high
be
school with
hell.
you?
That would fucking suck. I Googled it and couldn't find anything either.
Which one of these dirtbag friends are smoking dope, Johnny?
But someone in the chat knew it was like PAX stood for like parents attending.
No,
Class.
that's not what it
Oh,
stood
okay.
for at all.
All right.
Our
What was
school mascot was the wolf, and everything was branded Wolf Pack at our high school. So if you search Pack Day,
That's like
it's going to be specific to our high school.
Yeah, and that's like also like your family is your wolf pack. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's really fucking.
Every
that's a
every
stretch.
kid who went to our school was part of the pack. Their family was part of the pack.
That wasn't a
Pack
charter thing?
pride
no,
was the
dude,
motto.
it's a public school,
Dude,
it's a normal
because
school.
my public school was charter, so I had like they made up like weird rules and shit at Helix.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
they got away with all kinds of new shit.
I had I never had my parents go to a thing like that. They would go to, like I said, the after hours things, you know, whatever,
Yes,
like
which I
conference
think
night
that
or
is
whatever.
important.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But my dad did volunteer to like chaperone for like field trips.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, they're going to go to the zoo. We need like a couple parents if they're
That's-
willing to.
Yeah.
That's when my dad would get involved. And I'll be real. That was, you would think like, ooh, opportunity for cringe. It was actually pretty good because my dad would not listen to any of the rules set forth by the teacher.
Cool.
So we would get there at
Cool,
the
Dad.
zoo and it would be like, guys, we're going to go see the animals today. We are not going to any of the food venues. We're not going to the arcade. We're doing this. So my dad would take us to all the things. He's like, we still have an hour. Yeah. Does anyone want to go to the arcade? Like, it's on me. Yeah, here. So we would play shit, and then he'd be like, who wants soda? And he would get soda for everybody. And the teachers would be like, yeah, they're not supposed to be drinking soda. Yeah, hour to kill, you know.
I mean,
Like he would. So I don't think they appreciated him,
No,
but
of
I was
course
like,
not.
this is rules.
yeah,
This is
see, if
great.
you're a kid, you love your dad.
Yeah.
But as like a teacher being like, yo, what the fuck? I gave you
Yeah.
like 3
This
rules.
guy.
He
This
wouldn't
fucking guy.
wouldn't like shirk what we had to do. We would get the assignments done, but it's like, yeah, we're gonna sit and look at the same dolphin for an hour. Here, go to the arcade. So that was always funny to me. But then when I was in junior high, I had a cousin who was like a substitute that would sometimes go to different schools, and he was gonna sub for our math class. That I was like, oh, my cousin is gonna sub for this, and I thought like, oh, it'll probably be like the same experience, you know, the Bodie experience.
be
He's
great,
gonna
yeah.
be a great teacher. So I told all the kids like, dude, my cousin's teaching tomorrow. Like, how funny is that gonna be? And it was the opposite.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
He was a hard ass.
He was kicking anyone out who made a sound
No.
to the principal office. I mean, it was a level of tense that it actually did start becoming funny, where he was just like, who cleared their throat? All right, yeah, out, go to the principal's office. All right, yeah, who's next? I'm not fucking around. Who's next?
my God.
I mean, it was just like, this is okay. Yeah, I actually don't. This is a different guy. I don't know who this is. I thought it was going to be my cousin.
Wow. Substitutes used to get crazy like that.
Yeah.
Because they had to
Yeah.
like assert dominance because they
Yeah.
knew they're fighting an uphill battle.
I remember that, but I also remember thinking like, okay, you're sending like 8 kids to the principal's office. They're gonna think that it's you and not us. Like this is not normal.
Yeah, I think at one point half the class was on the way to the principal's office, and
Yeah.
I think something happened where the principal spoke up or was like, hey, I just got to ask what's going on in here.
Yeah, this is you
Yeah.
now. You're insane.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be around children.
I think that's what happened, and they never came back. So anyway, sorry to them if they watch this, but I don't think they are.
You know what? I don't think they're watching.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna guess.
Well, I wanted to take a quick second and say thank you to everyone for watching. We had a big launch this last Friday. We put out finally at long last, we had a wide release of Mega64 Last Laugh Tour, the official tour movie on Blu-ray. That is in our store now, shop.mega64.com. We put that out. We also put out like a kind of a bundle of a bunch of stuff related to the tour that you can get. There's like a couple. We have like maybe a couple. So by the time you're watching this on YouTube, actually,
Very
it might
few
not be
left.
there.
But maybe it is. So check it out.
But the regular Blu-ray is still in stock. We had a lot of copies of that.
Johnny, you're officially a documentary filmmaker.
Ken Burns can eat my ass.
Did you put your name on the movie directed by Johnny Weiss?
No, I think I just wrote a Mega64 film.
Mega64 film.
Oh, no.
I wrote
There's no
edited
Johnny
by me.
Weiss film.
I
Yeah.
think the back of the cover says documentary by Johnny or
Oh,
something.
does it?
I thought.
Thank
I don't
God.
know.
I thought so
yeah.
too.
Jason did that. Don't blame me.
Yeah, blame Jason.
Pick up the
Meg might have done
Blu-ray,
that,
pick up the documentary if you haven't seen it. Go buy it. Johnny was filming us. In fact, Johnny, it was his idea to do this documentary. He said, "We're going to go on tour. I want to film you guys, and I want to do a behind-the-scenes documentary."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true? Am I speaking for you?
That's totally true.
Smart, Johnny.
We talked about it on that stream a little bit
Yeah.
when it went live.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat in an editing room and done a feature-length piece like this?
No, it was really difficult. But it wasn't unfun. Like I had a great time doing it. It was just like very taxing.
You also had a lot of footage to go through. I
You-
feel
what
like.
documentary
Yeah.
filmmaker
You can
does,
show
yeah.
yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny,
Cut
show
to-
yourself.
Yeah, let's see you.
Let's see.
Let's not wait.
You don't have to. I mean,
It's not you.
I'm not gonna
Now
force
that
you to.
yeah.
Hey.
What's up,
When
everyone?
I broke
Yes.
the board on that Thursday stream for a second when Johnny was down here talking,
Yeah.
I realized how fucking hard it is to switch
Stuff.
back over to this camera in particular. It's
Oh,
like it was
okay.
for me. I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause
and I couldn't figure it
Because I'm
out.
always like, why? Just show you're talking.
It's a
But-
pain.
But,
What-
yeah, it might be more.
What was the most creatively fulfilling part about making this documentary?
Oh, that's a crazy question. I don't even.
Is there any part of it you're like really proud of? Like, I feel like most time when you make a feature length thing, it's hard to be proud of all of it, but there's
Yeah.
certain pieces that really stand out. Like, I've nailed that part.
I really liked finding. I talked about it on the other stream, but I really liked finding the like through line, like a story,
Right.
and I really liked following Shawn's like character arc
Yeah.
throughout the
Hell
film.
yeah.
I'm really proud of how that kind of worked out.
We kind of worked on that together. a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that character arc that you showed in the documentary, I hope changed how I was on the second the second tour, because I saw myself and I was like, ooh, I don't look like a lot of fun to be around. I'm too stressed. I should try to have more fun. And so I really tried this second tour to be like, okay, I'm still a little nervous, but I'm not nearly to the level that I was last
Yeah.
time. So I worked on myself.
Yeah. It's funny when you do a documentary, you don't know what your story is going to be. And then afterwards, you almost have to construct a story that maybe you didn't even know was there the whole time.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say it, whether
He
it's
says
fair
yes.
or not.
Says it for you.
Yes.
And I think for this documentary, if you haven't seen it, it's Mega64 has never put on a live show and taken it on tour. And we didn't have a lot of time to do it. So it was a question of would this be successful or not? And I think that actually was a pretty interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was really stoked over the weekend. While I was checking it out. I was like, yeah, you know what? I have it. We had obviously had them when during this last version of the tour we did. And but I hadn't looked at it in a little while. So I was looking at it this weekend and I was like, yeah, I'm really proud of this. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the whole thing. The fact that the live tour went so great, but also like there's a documentary about it, and and
Yeah.
it wasn't just like me or you editing it. It was like, I don't know, it was a thing put together by
It
Good
needed an
people.
outside eye on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I also want to say that you may notice we don't have KevCam operating this podcast because Kevin is literally shipping these out
That's
as we
right.
speak. He's
Yeah,
working as
all
we
that
speak to
stuff
get
is
this out.
here and-
So
And maybe
ready
you
to go.
didn't notice, but now you're aware.
now you're aware.
But yeah, so watching that stuff, I was in the spirit, so that's why today I wore my Wawa shirt from the Liberty Bell
Ooh, that's
Wawa,
exclusive.
the famous.
Nice.
only
Silly Wawa.
one store on the planet has that. shirt.
Nice. Garrett, what shirt are you rocking today?
I'm wearing my favorite Evangelion shirt here. This is
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the official logo.
Garfield. Sean, what you got there?
I am wearing this classic old shirt.
Oh, can't
Actually,
even get that no more.
Today is World Down Syndrome's Day, and Sawyer's friend has Down syndrome, and so she was like, "Hey, we gotta wear it because the colors for Down Syndrome Day are blue and yellow." And she's like, "Do you have any blue and yellow we can wear?" So I had this shirt, so I put it on to support World Down Syndrome Day.
got it.
So
Wow.
there you go.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Dang.
Derek, what do you got wearing?
I can't follow up World Down Syndrome Day.
Yeah, that's kind of a high point.
Oh. Ooh, that's cool.
It is pretty cool.
What does it say?
Speaks
What
for
does it
itself.
say?
That's the magic.
The mess is sometimes the magic.
I like it. That's a cool shirt.
For some reason from the monitor, I thought it said the meat.
The meat
like,
is
what?
sometimes the magic.
Yeah.
So get to eating.
If it had a grill on it, that'd be a cool shirt. That'd be a cool shirt for dads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spring
The
break
meat's the
is
magic.
upon us, and
It's spring break.
Yeah.
the pandemic
You're
is
not supposed to
over.
be here.
Oh wow.
So,
Get
what are
in
your
bikini.
spring break plans? Anybody have any spring break plans?
Bikinis, dude.
You're gonna find some bikinis.
Anything. I just need to get down to the water. Lake Havasu, maybe the beach.
Hell yeah.
Spring break should really be celebrated. Have some,
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the beach, I think, during spring break.
I
Why
just
not?
watched my favorite spring break horror film, Piranha.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's great.
You
I've
got
never
to
seen that either.
just go straight to Piranha 2 because that's the James Cameron movie.
That is, yeah.
That literally is his first movie.
Do you guys realize this is our 640th podcast?
Whoa.
I do realize that, and you know what? It only feels like 630 to me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
But
that.
I'm really
How
looking
quickly
forward
it
to.
flies.
It is, yeah.
What are we on? 640.
640.
I feel like we're halfway there, and when we hit 1280, then this will be a hit show.
Yeah.
I know it'll be good.
I was thinking we should do something special because it's like, 6-4 is there, but then
Yeah.
that just,
I was thinking, when do we end this show?
this is the last one, 640.
Is this going to be like The Simpsons, 32 seasons, and people like write articles about how it's not good anymore?
Well, I refuse to be on episode 666
What?
because my youth pastor wouldn't like.
I feel like you would shine in that episode, Garrett. Mm-hmm.
No, I was legitimately thinking like, oh, it would be fun to do something for 640. I had no clue until right now that's what this one was.
Sorry. Hate to break it to you here live.
That's too many.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Slow
bro.
it down. Let's start doing this every other week.
640.
That's how we started.
By the way, they're all over an hour, so it's more than 640 hours of content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where does this go? Who can consume this?
I was thinking today, actually.
What do you do with all this media?
I wanted what's the longest running podcast that's still going? Because we have to be on that list of
It's a short list at this point.
we started 2006, I think.
Yeah.
Like what other podcast that was going in 2006 is still going?
Yeah.
You're
now?
definitely in the hundreds. You're in the 3 digits. I think you're in
I'll
the 2
fucking
digits.
Google it right now. Is there anyone more?
We got to be in
committed
2
than us?
digits.
I mean, you think the 2 digits? You think
I think so.
we're in the top 99?
Are there 100 podcasts as old as us that are still going? As old as us is one thing, but that are still going is where we would still come
The
out.
Jack and Stench Show is among the longest running podcasts with 2,700 episodes.
2,700.
The number doesn't matter. We do it not every day. We do it every week.
Yeah.
It's just the consistency that matters.
Yeah.
Well, they've been doing it for 12 years.
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, we've been going longer than that, but there were some that were bi-weekly and then
Well, I'm on the history of podcasting Wikipedia page, and I'm going to see if it mentions Mega64 at all.
Well,
What about those screensavers guys, Rocco? The Tech TV guys that you watched? Do they have an old podcast that's still running?
Yeah. And that's been weekly since the early 2000s, probably
Okay.
before ours.
okay. I'm not saying
that
we're
would be
the
on there.
longest, but we got to be up there.
Leo
We have
Laporte's
to
thing?
be.
We in the top 100.
Yeah, I would think.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day where we were featured as a new comedy podcast because they had no other podcast to feature, so they had to feeture us. They had no option. You know?
Sorry, we have no option. We
We
have
have
to feature
fuck.
them.
We got to feature these guys. God damn it!
This is a long article. I'm starting to think we're not in it.
Oh,
Damn it.
There's always the way I find with when it comes to internet records for stuff. There's always some weirder, lamer thing in some corner you've never heard of, where it's like, no, this one podcast, the Scroogle podcast, has 40,000 episodes and it's been going since 97 or something. There's always something like that where it's like I've never
Before people-
it was pre-internet.
I've never heard of
they
this.
figured it out.
Yeah, there were podcasts actually being uploaded to ARPANET, you know, and it's like, what? There's always something like that.
Bob
So
Dole
I
had a
never,
podcast.
care much for the
Yeah.
record books online, I guess.
Apparently, the biggest year for podcasting was 2009. The debut of What the Fuck with Mark Maron, The Joe Rogan Experience, The David Feldman Show, and Comedy Bang Bang.
All of those.
Man, I used to listen to all of those.
But
Not the Feldman one.
all of them were after us. We were before that.
Yeah.
So take that
Yeah. And
Right.
we make more
That.
money than all of those.
combined
And are more
I'll
famous.
have you know.
That's the dedication that's paid off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell
Fuck yeah.
Let's see Rogan sponsored by Tenga. Yeah, right. Oh, wait.
He wouldn't even know what to do with it.
He did.
Yeah, he wouldn't even know. Joe Rogan wouldn't even know what to do.
He did
with
have
it.
the
He'd
fleshlight
sidekick
thing
it
before
fucking
us.
dumbass.
Yeah, he would kick that thing so hard, you know. You got to do something else to it.
So we're not even the longest running podcast. That's a shame.
Well, just wait. This is a game of time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not over.
because eventually they'll end and we'll keep going.
Yeah, this
You
is
know
a
the
waiting
story of
game.
the tortoise and the hare?
I do. I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say though, in regards to spring stuff, I think we mentioned it on here, but we're gonna be at PAX, PAX East at the end of April. They put out all the like schedule and stuff, but our stuff wasn't in it until like they put out the schedule and everything, but we weren't on it for the first like hour, and then we were on it. For some reason, it wasn't there for the first blip of time that went up. But that 1 hour has my whole weekend has been, man, I'm so bummed you guys aren't going to PAX East this year. It's such a bummer. It's like, no, I promise we're there. There's going to be a thing there. I promise. We have a panel. It's on Friday night, 8:00. But like everyone just checked it that first hour. So all weekend it's just been like, no, it's fine. Yeah. But
And no
I'm
one
still,
deletes their tweets.
I'm getting DMs constantly that's just like, man, it'd be sad to not see you. It's like, I'll be there. But anyway, but I'm going to that. And then I'm gonna go after that. I'm gonna be in Florida for a minute. There's another YouTuber out there I might work on something with. So I'm looking to maybe do that.
Ooh, collab.
Can you say
May
who?
I ask who it
Yeah,
is?
can you say?
I'm
Can
staying.
I know who this is?
A big theme park guy.
Is this going to be in breach of your non-compete clause with Mega64?
Yes. For sure.
Well, this is a Rocco Bodie personal channel collab, correct?
Yeah. No. Main channel.
Oh.
But I got to keep this close to the chest.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
No, but no. So there's a couple things I want to do out there, and then I think I don't know if we're saying this yet or not.
Well, you already said you're going to Florida, so why don't you lay it on the people?
No, but I think we're gonna be at the opening of Limited Run's new store.
Oh, yeah.
They got a physical store.
Can we say that?
I don't
That we're
know.
gonna-
I think.
Brick and mortar?
Well, you've
But
already said it, so we're going to be there.
We're planning to.
We're planning to.
So there's a
awesome.
few fun spring things happening that I think we're gonna be at.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be at.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be at the store if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Shopping?
going to happen. I'll be there. Yeah. In one way or another, I'm going to either be shopping or going to be there hanging out.
Yeah, if they open a store, I might come as just a customer.
That's right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just a customer.
I just want to buy like
Is it
River
North
City-
We'll
Carolina?
ring you up.
Yeah.
That store's in North Carolina.
I think so.
Is that
I
correct?
think so.
All right. Cool. Hell yeah.
You keep leaking more information. It's managed by Doug Fletcher. Let me get you his home address. Just kidding.
But Yeah. What else was I going to say about that? Oh, yeah. I guess we'll talk about that if we know more about it later.
Okay.
But speaking of games, has anyone been following that?
I have.
Ghostwire Tokyo. Is that what it's called?
It comes out in like 2 days.
The reviews came out for it today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is exactly the situation I was hoping for, where there's 10s and then there's like 3. I don't know what this is.
Oh.
That's best case scenario for me.
Oh,
with a
okay.
game with a Japanese game like this, like there are people eating it up and others that are just this is kind of unusual. I don't get. It's like I would rather hear that than like it's another shooter.
I'm sorry,
you
it
know?
comes out tomorrow.
Does it?
Tomorrow?
I thought it was Friday.
I thought it was the 22nd.
I got maybe bad news for you, Garrett.
Super Tuesday.
Is
baby.
it-
Johnny, when does
24th?
this come out?
It was either the 22nd or the 24th, but I'm very excited as you are, Rocco. Not by the reviews, but since it was like announced, the look of this game, open world game in Shinjuku, I was like, oh, I'll play the shit out of
Yeah.
that.
What's that?
25th? Sorry, Garrett.
I swear.
That's Friday, bro.
Go figure I get a date
It's
wrong.
the same day as Kirby, I think.
Yeah, it is seem to do Kirby.
Well, I'm going to be going down to like Walmart to get it for $10 cheaper probably.
Walmart.
Mhm.
You can't go to Walmart.
I'm telling you.
Sorry, the
they
Waltons-
figured it out.
You won't be able to
Gives me
vote for 3 months.
$10 cheaper.
Sell it to you. Their games are $10 cheaper. How do they figure this out?
I am so disappointed in you.
Well, Dr. Garrett, because I would never do this.
I feel like
Yeah.
Walmart at
Disappointed
this
myself.
point is like full on dystopian society.
It is.
You go in there, they have like these bars, like cattle corrals that they force you to go in and out, and then
Yeah.
everybody in there is like a mutant.
Well,
and
they.
it's just a big warehouse full of like low quality shit.
I think those corrals were put because of COVID because people were going to Walmart without masks and they wouldn't open the doors for you if you didn't have a mask on.
Here's what you do.
I
You
think.
go, they stay open late. I go to one of these that stays open real late when the night crews work in the aisles and just putting pallets right in your fucking way, listening to not headphones, boom boxes with trap music on volume 10.
the night crew at Walmart always reminds me of like the Toxic Avengers friends on that cartoon, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Toxic
1 foot, but they
Crusaders.
replaced it with a rollerblade and just like, you know.
It's a
Who's
whole
coming out?
scene, but I go in there and then, hope they got it on display. God help you if you have to ask an employee to get something out the back at the electronics counter in Walmart.
Yeah,
God
'cause
help you.
they only hire people who can't do anything.
Mhm.
Sorry. If you work at Walmart, you're cool.
Well, they'll be helping me tonight.
If you watch this show
Or
and you work at Walmart,
shit.
you're cool. If
Friday.
you don't watch the show and you work at Walmart, you got issues.
Well, same. I'm not saying it's a better experience over at Target.
Target's a way better experience.
Now you've heard my problem. I couldn't even buy a 3DS to save my life.
How
No,
long
so
ago
they
was
didn't
this,
have
Garrett?
one.
You still mad? He's
Still
still holding
mad.
a grudge with a 3DS.
The Target sold out
Get
of
your fucking
3DSs
manager on
10
the
years ago.
Get your fucking manager. I'll
Um,
talk to her.
I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West, so I don't really know if I'm gonna like another open world. Seems like
Too much.
too much. Maybe later I'll
See,
pick
I
this game up.
waited. I don't know about you, Rocco, but like I waited on Elden Ring. I've like waited to buy new games to play this.
for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really
Is
excited.
this what the fuck is it called?
Tokyo Ghostwire.
Tokyo Ghostwire. Is that Capcom?
I thought it was
is-
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay.
Oh.
Does
Yeah.
that matter? I don't know.
That's what
Ghostwire.
it is.
Ghost
Is it
Tokyo
open
Wire.
world? I didn't think it was open.
That's what I read. I read a review.
Well, no,
today.
Tokyo Ghostwire is open world, but Ghostwire Tokyo is very linear.
I've read as open as the map of Shinjuku is that you can go anywhere and do anything in side mission till your heart's content. You can beat it in like 30 hours, but you could side mission and do all kinds of shit. Halfway through, it opens up to like a second level, not just a street level, but you can explore rooftops, buildings. There's a certain amount of yokai mythology kind of woven into the story. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I definitely want to check that out. I'm playing Horizon. I streamed it last night, played more of it. It's a cool game. I don't know how much I care about the story.
Something has happened in the story that I thought was interesting, which I had normally not really cared so much.
Yeah.
But something happened like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, you got me a little bit. So I don't know how far you are.
It strikes me there is something, I don't know what it is. Japanese games do it really well where it's like, here's a weird story and it's serious, but we're not afraid to get kind of quirky with it. You know what I mean? Like Death Stranding has like real dry story, but they pepper it with like, you know what I mean? There's quirky humor through it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it like embraces camp a little bit. And this game, and I feel like this story in this game feels like a lot of like Ubisoft games where it's kind of like, it's not even that the world building is bad, but then they get into these big conversations about them where I'm just like, yeah, okay, all right. You know, like, just, I don't know. I just find myself checking out.
It's wordy.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are so wordy. It's like
Yeah.
two people
They
with
are.
face paint talking to each other for 10 minutes.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then,
And
you
I'm
keep
like,
it-
I got it, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I agree.
And sometimes if you're going to go that deep, you have to kind of make it a little, I don't know. You got to, it's give and take. If it's dry that long about it, I just start to hit like, yeah.
That's where I hit a wall with the Kingdom Hearts
I think
franchise.
when in that situation, it's probably a matter of approaching the video game as if you're telling your story, they probably treat it like a novel, you know, like they write it out, they write it in
Yeah.
a script where if these cutscenes should be more like movies where they're visual and they say less and show more because that's kind of how you convey an interesting story. Like if you're doing a cutscene, I think the video game industry kind of defaults to a digital novel. You know,
Yeah.
if you think back to the days of like those Final Fantasy games where it's literally just a character's head bubble and then like a speech coming out, and that's kind of how they convey the story. We've moved so far beyond that. We've moved past the face of the character and everything they say. But still, sometimes people treat cutscenes like that when it's a fully rendered 3D world, but then the character's just standing there saying everything.
Yeah.
But again, too, it's like Final Fantasy was like that. But even those games, they have a serious story. But like the guy in your party is a Sasquatch or a, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's still walking that line of kind of funny, kind of anime a little bit. And I think that's why I gravitate to Japanese games more. You know, you mentioned Kingdom Hearts. I agree. The story's a mess in that. But like you're talking about the death of someone from Organization 13, you're explaining this to Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. You know what I mean? So again, just having that element in there to me makes the whole thing go down better. That's my taste. That's just my taste.
Shawn, you're enjoying it.
I am enjoying it, but I also skip that. Like
It's well acted.
Well, yeah, but it gives you like 13 things you could say, or you could just say this. It says like, hey, you want to skip ahead, just say this one thing, and it'll be over.
Yeah.
I always like, oh yeah, okay, I don't care.
I always feel a little bad because I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of, you're probably going to tell me a bunch of story here. I want to experience what the director of this game wants me to experience. So part of me feels bad. And then the other part of me is like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, let's fight these guys. Why get involved in another?
Yeah. But I
half
mean,
hour?
again, I've gone on the record and I've said it so many times that when I was a kid playing a game, I would skip 100% of the dialogue.
Yeah.
And then get my brother, hey, Luke, what's the story? What's going on here? He's like, why? They just told you. I'm like, yeah, I skipped it.
Wait, what am I supposed
Can you
to
just
do?
tell me real quick? Because I don't want
Yeah.
to deal with that bullshit.
See, that's what, and no offense, Shawn.
Yeah.
But you, to me, are the cautionary tale of doing that. You skip all the story and then you go like, what happened? So I'm always,
Yeah.
now I go in the other direction where it's like, no, I don't ever want to have to ask someone. But then I sit through half an hour of this and I go, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
waste your
fine maybe
time.
just reading what.
Right. Just tell me, give me a quick
Yeah.
cliff notes. The last thing I'm gonna say about video games is Becca and I are still playing Ocarina of Time, and I'm still stuck at the water temple. Fuck that water temple.
best
Grab a
game of all
strategy
time.
guide.
Like now, I just got to the part where you're fighting Shadow Link in that. Remember that?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or like Reflection Link, whatever the fuck this one is. I just
Oh, so you're not in Jabu's belly. You're in
no.
the water
No,
temple.
I'm in the
past
water
that.
temple.
Oh,
Water
you're
temple.
so close to the end.
No.
This is like the third to last temple.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Turtle.
This fucking temple though, Jesus. Like we don't play that. We play like half an hour every other day. So we not that often, but like, oh my God, this fuck. How did I beat this game before? I don't understand. Because even now I'm using like the save points or what do they call that? Save state. I'm doing that like crazy, thinking like I would have never beaten this game had I not had this feature.
Right.
You've just done it all over again.
How did I do this? I guess I
the
knew it.
strategy guide.
I had the strategy guide, but I think back in the day I just had infinite time.
I always
Where
played
it's
Zelda
like-
with friends.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It would be like three of us had to
Yeah,
get together.
One
to beat
person on book, one person watching, one person playing.
Yeah.
it. Taking turns.
Even when it was just like me and my family, like, you know, again, my mom played games. So
Right.
like either she'd be going through it or I would. And it'd be like Dominic there with a book or somebody else with a book. And then, but the water temple specifically, I feel like I feel like I was at like a friend's house when we were like trying to solve that.
There's things that I've had to do in this where I thought like if you don't have the book or a walkthrough, there is no way you would ever figure this out. There's no way. Like it is so tricky and like, oh yeah, you want to be at this certain level and then you can go back and then go underneath this thing now. And it's like, no one would have ever done this.
How did, Johnny, you watch a lot of like speed runs and stuff. Didn't someone pull off something spectacular in the water temple or something? Like, does that ring a bell? Like they rolled through a wall or something?
I think maybe with Majora's Mask, there was like a really, there's another water temple, I think, in that they figured something out.
Always a water.
They just added Majora's Mask to that thing. I never played that one, so maybe after I beat Ocarina of Time, maybe. But right now, I'm getting a little fucking burnt out of Zelda.
I would skip it
on the 64s. Yeah,
Even with the new controller.
The new controller makes it way better. Yeah. It truly does. But this, it's hard. It's not a favorite game of all time. That's for goddamn sure. Like for the longest time, I said this is the best game. I love it. Whatever.
Yeah.
What is your favorite game?
People have been saying it forever. I'm telling you.
Not this. I don't know. Breath of the Wild, I said was better.
That's good.
I would say Red Dead Redemption 2 is better than this. A lot of games are better than this. The game is fucking hard.
Tetris.
Yes, better. Mario World, great.
Good one.
They put out all the I think the DLC tracks for Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, I was playing that too.
But I haven't even looked at that. Was that cool or
it's
what?
8 tracks.
For now, right?
For now.
There's more later.
It seems to me that there are it's like a lot of things from Tour, like Mario Kart Tour, which I never played that.
It was a mobile game.
That was a mobile game.
Oh yeah, it was a cell phone game.
That's why I never played it. There's a couple levels from the Wii, a DS one, and there was a brand new one that they made too.
Yeah, because I was hearing rumors that they ported a lot of stuff over. Like these new tracks were like just assets ported over from the mobile game, and some people were like, kind of like, ugh. Oh,
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, maybe either they don't look as good or they might not just be up to the same quality or whatever. But
I think the tracks themselves aren't as elaborate.
Okay,
but it doesn't look bad. I think it's the same track. Okay. It is like with like the Switch graphics.
Yeah, this was all people speculating before they even came out. So it's none of that may be true.
To me, no, because they even have like one I played this the Coco Mall or something like that from the Wii version. Played the shit out of that level back in the day, and it looks great. It looks better than it ever has.
That's cool that they got.
Yeah, they just like reskinned it to make it look nice, but it's the same track. Yeah, it's awesome. I think if you want to buy it, it's $25 for all the tracks.
And my girl got them, so I'm gonna play those tonight.
They added it's like a whole nother game essentially because like you have your tracks and it's like the cups that you can do, and it's just another page of that same amount of tracks. So it's gonna be cool.
More shit.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out. I just didn't. I didn't hear anybody. I didn't know anybody who got it, so I didn't know if they like turned out good.
Yeah, they're great.
You still playing Elden Ring, Derek?
A little bit. I haven't played Elden Ring in probably 6 days, and I think I took 4 days off before that. So I played it once in the past 10 days.
People in our friends group are like starting to beat it now.
Yeah,
and hearing the hours they put in is like, hey, wow. 100 plus, 97.
I have an issue. Yeah. And this is entirely on me. This is no reflection on any video game. I get bored with video games.
Yeah.
They just don't hold my attention.
Yeah.
And I can't do a linear game because those are extremely boring to me. Like just go here and do this. I need the freedom, but then I just do so many side quests. I get tired with the mechanics of the game and I just can't progress in the story. So I think I've beat the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. I just beat that, which is like level 2. That's the last big boss I beat. Oh, and then I went to like this underground river and I did that.
Yeah.
Which is like a side quest. But since then I've kind of put it down and then especially with Elden Ring, it's very open-ended. It's to the point where it's like, I don't even know what I should be attempting to do right now.
Yeah.
And that's a really easy situation to just walk away from and forget about.
Right.
So no, I'm not haven't played it in about a week.
All right.
That's me.
Cool. Johnny, you must beat it.
I could talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
Let me try to come to myself here.
You can do it.
I beat all of like a lot of the main stuff, and now I'm getting to like secret bosses that are unbelievably hard. I unlocked the last area. I could go to beat it, but I kind of want to like beat these other bosses.
Keep leveling.
But yeah, I'm about 100 hours in, and I'm not. And the
Wow.
it's been telling me that I have 2 hours left of the game on the PlayStation thing for a week. It's been cracking me up.
And to be
I'm still loving
real,
it.
we've been working on this video this week. And
Yeah.
when I'm at home, I'm doing a lot of like prep work for the shooting days. So
Sure.
That's my thing is I have to go through a wave of like, I can drop a lot of hours into video games for about a week straight. And then I start to go like, I have so much shit to catch up on.
Yeah, like
physical things around the house
Yeah.
or work stuff.
I love creating stuff, and the older I get, that is like my main form of entertainment.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
like, I mean, over the course of the pandemic, I started getting into, you guys know, toy making,
Right.
Yeah.
drawing. I was continuing to do music videos.
The motorcycling.
Learned motorcycling, which is not creating something, but it was like learning a new skill, which was
Exactly.
kind of similar.
Yeah, it's still productive.
Been doing like a lot of writing and started taking acting classes, going out for auditions. Like after like Elden Ring was so cool, but after a while it did feel like I was wasting my time because I prefer to create stuff than consume it. So if I consume for too long, it makes me feel bad about myself.
Yeah. I need to have waves of it.
I'll say for myself, I work on a system where it's like I earn it either way. Like if like there'll be a game where it's like, dude, I would love to just play that for a week, like every day. But I feel bad if I just like right now went and did that. Yeah, I would feel like, dude, what am I doing? But if I like barge it and work my ass off on, like just this past couple weeks, I was finishing a project here every night coming in.
Yeah.
That was over. I felt like I earned it. Like, like, hey, I'm going to go home. I'm going to play Horizon for a little while. I don't feel like you know what I mean? It's like, I earned this. So I go through waves of it and then I'll do that for a while. And then I'll go like, okay, you got to like earn this again. I got to stop. That's how it is for me. I always feel like I got to balance those things.
Yeah, it's not even a matter of earning it for me. I don't want to play these. I would rather just be working on my stuff, and the games are a distraction. So it's not like I'm fighting to make room for these games. I play these games, and they kind of just feel like they're draining me of my creative energy.
Yeah, I think I'm just like that in general, even with just like vacation. Like I always want to like earn my vacation. Like I work really hard, and then I feel like I enjoy vacation more after I did that.
I almost feel like bad about it too, because it gets increasingly hard to watch television show. I can't watch a TV show because I'm not going to dedicate that time to it,
Right.
At least 13 hours. And then the show's not good till the 4th hour anyways. That's like every show.
Yeah, it is.
Derek, there is a television show that I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah, what?
I know that you love trash TV sometimes.
I was going to say the only TV I can't watch is trash TV because you can jump in and out in 10 minutes and like...
while you eat.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
snacking.
do shit during it. Yeah.
Jenny and I have been watching season 2 of
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Already finished it.
Did you finish it?
Fuck yeah. I watched the
Already?
reunion last night.
Oh, hey, Garrett.
What is this?
This show is so bad, but it's so much fun to watch. It's what it is they have like,
To be fair,
yeah.
this is not even trashy enough for me.
Oh, you want worse than this?
I prefer trashier Love is Blind is a show where they honestly made an attempt to have people in their 30s fall in love.
Right.
I want to see people in their 20s fighting. Hey,
Isn't that Temptation Island?
well,
That's like
yeah.
one of those.
there you go.
I need to see the trashiness.
Really quick, Love is Blind is they get 15 guys, 15 girls. They live in like these like weird little room places, and they go on dates in these pods. And they go into a pod, but it's just a wall in front of you, and you can't see the person. And you go on these dates, just talking to them.
This is like the Dharma Initiative.
And then you find
Yeah,
out if you have a
kind of.
connection, and then you keep talking. And then by the end of like the 10 days, if you find someone that you're into, you propose to that person without ever seeing them.
Oh, that sucks.
Then
Well, no, you have a connection because you've
Yeah.
been talking for over a week.
Then
Yeah.
you go to like this hall, and then they open up the doors, and you see the person for the first time.
And are some of these people not?
No,
Because
they're all
usually
beautiful. They're all
everyone
beautiful.
cast in a reality television show is
Yeah.
a model, especially a dating
Here's the thing:
show.
it's like they're all good looking enough.
Okay, so
right?
that's
There's
okay.
no like, yeah, but they are also like the people you could tell they're not into the person. Like maybe we didn't have the connection we thought we did. It's like, oh, because you're not into them. Like you think they're ugly.
The problem was they're not bad looking, but they are an older cast than what you would expect from a reality TV show, which skews young and beautiful.
Yes.
These are people who are a little desperate. they're getting
yeah.
older and they haven't found that relationship of a lifetime.
So when the wall goes up, there's some shocking faces.
Well, they're always like happy at that
Oh,
moment.
okay.
Yeah.
No. See, this is what I'm saying. It's not trashy enough.
All right.
The fucking walls go up. It's like, wow, you're beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I made a good choice.
But then they go. Okay, then they go directly on the honeymoon.
Oh.
and then they have to hang out with the other couples. But they've already all the men and women know each other because they've gone on dates with each other, just not seeing each other.
Yeah.
So there are some people who are on their honeymoon who had like even proposed to someone else who said no, and now they're seeing them with that person, and it's super uncomfortable. Then it's like
But it's not trashy.
But then a month later, it's their wedding day, and then they walk to the altar with their families there, and then in front of everyone, they have to say, I do or I can't do this. In front of everyone. It's fucking great. It's something.
Okay.
So, you know what? If you're in the mood, for me, I'm like laughing uncomfortably the whole entire time.
Hey,
So
I
it's
get
good.
forced to watch Housewives nonsense.
This is
so
better than that,
yeah,
I would say.
Definitely.
I would say. Check out Love is Blind on Netflix.
I thought you were going to say, is it cake?
I have also saw the trailer for that. I'll probably watch that.
That struck me as a show that would be a fun 5 minutes and you could be done.
What is it?
I have to do a disclaimer.
Huh.
This show is not trashy enough. I need to make that clear because if you listen to Shawn's review, you're probably going to think this is a great show. These couples get together, they've been dating for a week, and then they get into fights.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. The fights are like, wow, you're 35 and you still play Rock Band? Yeah, I like Rock Band. So when we get married, where's the drum set going to go? The living room? Okay.
This hits too close to home.
Are you upset right now? I just think we have a problem with communication. And I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it, but they're not like, it's not like Floribama Shore,
Well,
or Jersey Shore,
All right.
or Temptation Island, or any.
It takes
Well,
a lot
real
to please
world.
Derek. He's a connoisseur.
Garrett,
of
the
trash.
show-
It's like an adult reality show.
Yeah. The show Is It Cake is you see an item and you have to guess, is that a cake or is that really a sneaker?
I would
and
be
that's-
good at that.
It
show.
just struck me as something like, here's a YouTube video. Yeah.
This
Which of
was-
these
yeah.
things?
Netflix
That,
is dumb.
nope. Like, I just, like, that's a series? I don't know. I just
Yeah.
felt like that's a Twitter video.
Netflix is making content for dumb people.
Yeah.
Is this a shoe or a cake? I think it's a shoe. It's cake.
Yeah, I unsubscribed last year when they announced. I think it might have been this show, and then also like, oh, we're raising your plan too. The plan that I had at home now is over $20. I don't know. I think, and so I was like, I'm good.
They've produced some duds. Did they make that Tomorrow War with the voice of Mario? I think that was a
I've never even
Netflix
heard of it.
I have
original.
no idea.
The
what's
voice of
sci-fi
Mario?
Chris
Chris Pratt stars in this.
Oh, I thought you meant Charles Martinet.
No. Chris
I was
Pratt.
like, what?
Charles
Calling
who?
Chris Pratt forever and
Sorry,
the voice
Charles.
of Mario is hilarious. What the?
No.
I've moved into a new era in my life. This is going to be embarrassing to admit. The only form of entertainment I truly enjoy is professional wrestling. At this point in my life,
Johnny just
my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
streaming services are NJPW and Peacock. I don't even like
There you go.
WWE, but I can watch these old WCW and NWA matches from back in the day. I'm watching AEW on television. And those literally, like, that's the TV show that I look forward to every week. It used to be Lost and then Game of Thrones, and now it's AEW,
Yeah.
Dynamite, and Rampage. And I know that's not cool. Whatever. Yeah, I get it. It's just me. It's my
Hey,
personal preference.
you're into what you're into.
This is my new era.
That's really the only TV. I watch a lot of like sci-fi shows. Like I just finished season 2 of Raised by Wolves, which I really recommend. There's a show called Brand New Cherry Flavor that I'm watching a second time because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But there's so much shit out there. Like that Tomorrow War movie I was going to talk about was like something I thought looked really cool, like this cool future sci-fi thing. That movie's so boring. I've fallen asleep during the 3 times I've tried to finish it.
Yeah.
It's just like some of these straight to service films are just like, yo, you don't cut it.
I think there's a lot of good quality shows right now, like in terms of like good quality, you know what I mean? And they're all good. I don't know if any of them are great. Like I'm always hearing about this. Oh my God, this show. And I'm watching it and I'm like, it's good. But like There's nothing really. I don't think your wrestling thing is that weird of a comment because I feel like
That's my favorite.
what
thing on
other
TV.
thing is actually getting people to fucking erupt out of their seats? You know what I mean?
To view
I
it as
just
like a
don't-
filmmaker, I think
Sure.
that people mistake good for looks pretty.
Yeah,
I think if a show has a production quality to it of a certain level, it enters an echelon of a good show. But these shows don't have interesting stories whatsoever.
Dude.
Or honestly, the thing that I find the most is that they
Or
haven't.
intriguing characters, you know?
For me, my biggest issue is I feel like most shows now have one episode concept and it's the whole season. That's how I thought out of all the shows that I've tried to watch recently, Righteous Gemstones was the only one where I felt like they're constantly like, here's a great concept, this could run the whole season, and then they kill it. Like, so that is a show I'll praise a little bit, but even that, it's like, it's good. It's not my favorite show.
Did anyone watch Yellow Jackets?
No, I heard it was good though. I wanted to.
I watched the first episode. It was boring as shit.
It takes
So-
a while to get going.
Oh, you don't fucking say.
like
Every-
every
That's
fucking
every
show.
Yeah.
If
but-
I start a new show now, you can talk about Yellow Jackets, but for me, I just go straight to episode 4.
Whoa.
That's my trick. I
Well,
don't give a fuck
that's-
about the first 3 hours of bullshit. Get to your fucking story.
To be fair,
Straight to episode 4. That's the Derek Acosta method.
Because my gut, when you say that, my gut instinct is like, no, don't skip episodes. I never like doing that. But to be fair, again, like I gave Leftovers a chance when that aired, and it was a fucking boring pilot episode, and I was like, fuck off.
Back in
And then
the-
I saw a season 2 episode randomly on TV, and that's what sold me.
My theory is I want to see the show when it's good. And if when it's at its best and I like it and I care, I'll go back and catch up. Back in the day when I saw Lost, it was just playing on TV. I didn't see the first 3 episodes. You guys were telling me for weeks, like, you have to come catch this. And it was like a month in.
Yeah.
I sat down for episode 4 and I
That's
was like,
the lock episode.
yeah. And I was like, this is badass. And you're explaining stuff to me that's kind of interesting. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But if I were to go back and see those early episodes, it's not as interesting as when you just explained it to me in the context of episode 4.
Yeah.
So episode 4.
all right.
And
get
you
to
know,
it.
I love that show, but even me, I thought like that pilot was impressive just because they had like a real
Well, no
plane.
show looked like that.
Yeah,
Back then.
but even back then, I remember like the pilot was like, it was okay. I didn't love it as much as other people did. It was that episode that hooked me. So yeah, maybe there's something
Game
to
of
that.
Thrones, I remember episode 4 is when I really got into it.
Yeah, I didn't like the first ones of that either. Yeah.
Yeah, every show. And now every time I watch a show that's recommended, it's like 2 or 3 hours. It's so boring. I feel bad. Like, did you watch it? I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't like it. So
I agree with what Rocco said earlier, though. It's like, even those 3 shows that I kind of mentioned enjoying, all good shows, not great shows.
Yeah, I just feel like we're in an abundance of really nice looking good shows.
Stranger Things set the bar low.
I really kind of
think it
feel that
did.
way.
I think
I
it really
really
did.
kind of think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Stranger Things set the bar low.
The style of it is cool, but that's it.
There's been
characters.
like, I feel like every show now has fake environments.
Mhm.
Right? Like they do rear projection environments for these Star Wars shows. We've been watching this pirate show. What's the name of that show? Our Flag Means Death. Started watching that. First 3 episodes were kind of boring.
The Derek method, man.
But the background is like rear projected. Same with
Yeah.
the Star Wars show, Game of Thrones. They film it all on green screen. I think that people have too much freedom and it's making them become less creative and less interesting. We always talk about when we get hired to make videos for companies, if they say, here's our game, come up with concepts, it's tough. But if they go, our game is about a magic knife and you have to cut people
Yeah.
to heal them.
That's way better.
That's like, I can give you so many hilarious ideas about that.
we work within a box. With
I
that.
feel like if these shows just had like, hey, we have a castle set. Write a show that takes place in this castle. They would have to get really creative because
Yeah.
they'd be stuck in a castle. But instead it's like, yo, you can do anything, do whatever you want. And it just like kind of sprawls out to where it's like, I stop wanting to pay attention. And
Yeah.
like, what's the point of this? It needs to be like more narrow, honed in, whatever. Hot takes here.
That's why the best show on television is, here's a ring. 2 people enter the ring.
no
to
CGI
wrestle.
at all.
Yeah, and you have to create theater with that.
Yeah.
With that.
Go.
Literally with wrestling, it's like live theater where they're actually hurting each other. And I'm like, well, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
The acting sucks, but they really hurt
It's
each
so
other.
funny whenever wrestling's on in a house, which is never, but like, we were watching something, then wrestling will come on for a second or whatever. Emma is always like, wait, don't change it. And she's like super into it, but like she doesn't know the rules or like how it really goes, but she knows that it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But like there was a tag team match that we saw, and then she started freaking like, wait, that guy wasn't tagged, and you started jumping in. That's not fair. You can't do that. I'm like, there are no rules in this. Emma. Like this happens literally every tag team match. This is how it's supposed to go.
She's marking out,
There
Johnny.
are rules, but yeah, she gets it.
She gets it. Yeah.
Gets it.
Anyways.
Yeah.
She'd love the new Dark Chris Statlander arc that's gonna start.
I'll let her know about
Yeah, let
that.
her know.
Okay, thanks.
Johnny told me he gave me a little preview.
Yeah.
And
But,
I love wrestling is getting big and popular, but it's never going to be super mainstream. I
Which
think
keeps it cool.
that's part of the
keeps the
appeal.
counterculture.
Yeah, it feels like a special.
Well,
club
honestly,
that you're
it's
a part
not
of.
even knowing about wrestling. I know that if I had to watch something right now, I would not watch WWE because that's like the mainstream, like Vince McMahon. Ugh. But AEW is like, well, what's this new thing that I don't really know much about? Like, this is cooler. If I were to watch, I would choose that because
Right.
There's a big debate.
You gonna
about-
watch
about
VH1
that
or
subject.
MTV?
But that's enough about what I've been watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I watched Derek actually. No, perfect segue. I'll tell you. I saw the
Yeah, what have
greatest.
you been watching?
I saw maybe the greatest film of all time. Critics are saying maybe the most effective, most entertaining film of all time. Belfast. I saw Belfast.
You saw Belfast?
Greatest-
I'm jealous.
yeah.
I've been wanting to see Belfast for so long. Belfast supposedly is amazing. Every frame is a photograph of
Yeah.
Belfast. It's going to win all the awards.
Oh, it took me 2 weeks to watch it because I was paused. I looked at each individual photo.
Oh, you liked it?
Well, I haven't heard the audio, but
Frame by
I've just been
frame.
going frame by frame, like, yeah, taking it in, kind of
Well,
sucking
I'm
it
excited
up.
to see Belfast. I haven't seen it yet. It's my fault.
No, we joke about this because wasn't it during wrestling that it was advertised? Why that movie during wrestling? I don't know, but every time I've ever watched it with you guys, I think on tour actually a lot when you guys were playing it in the hotel room or
Well,
whatever.
isn't it about the like the battles in Ireland with
Yes.
the
Yeah, it
There's
was
the-
like Protestants and Catholic,
the
like
IRA.
groups
There
and
was
stuff.
terrorist
Yeah.
bombings.
Yeah.
it's wrestling fans are into that.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, anyway, that came up in every single commercial break ever, and the commercials were that typical. We've always talked about this, where that gush, the commercials that go way overboard in telling you this might be the greatest movie ever released. I'm like, yeah, Belfast, this will top. This is going to top Star Wars. This is going to top The Godfather. No, but anyway, no, but it was good. I mean, it was more of a. I feel like the commercials made it look maybe more arty than it is.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's there's lots of like hip 60s music. I mean, it's all set during that time, but it's like a very like fast paced. It's a 90-minute movie.
Yeah,
It's
like the
very,
commercials were acting like it was the greatest movie ever, but then
Like it was a war
people
drama
were
or
seeing it and weren't disagreeing. So I started getting excited. I was like, well, maybe I should go see Belfast.
No, it was like a very fast, like I said, 90-minute movie, very fast paced, movie and emotional. It was good, but it was like pretty fast edited. Like I said, set to a lot of like 60s music and like, I don't know how else to describe it. It was a good story. I'm not going to say that's best picture necessarily, but it was like the ending got me. I was like, oh, damn. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, it was good. I thought that was good. I've been watching like a lot of these nominated movies. I felt like last year I didn't know what any of them were. So I'm like, no, let's hear what these are all about. The opposite of this movie was Drive My Car, Japanese movie that is it's 3 hours and has no music, very slow paced, but I loved. It was great.
Oh, that sounds
So
terrible.
it wasn't the opposite from the
Drive My
sense
Car.
of that was really good.
You didn't go to the theaters for X?
For what?
There's
that out yet?
There's a new
Oh,
slasher. I saw it on
yeah.
Friday night.
Oh shit.
Friday night date night.
Was it good?
Oh, so good.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
I hear that's getting good reviews too.
It's you didn't see that though, Rocco.
No.
A24 slasher.
A24 slasher, yeah.
A24 movies usually suck.
I like
I'm gonna be
A24.
real.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
real.
with you on that.
I usually
I'm
like
with you on
A24
that.
movies.
But I still see them.
Pe-
Which A24 movies did you like?
I liked Lamb. I saw that in
I didn't see
theaters
that one.
previously.
I didn't see that one.
You know, I love Hereditary. I know you don't feel the
Nah,
same
that,
way.
that
on
wasn't
that
for me.
Yeah, we've had
this.
this discussion,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
Too many times.
appreciate. I don't like the final product like as a movie, but I appreciate kind of what it's about and what they were going for.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we've talked about that as like for whatever reason their things are not for us. But I do appreciate that A24 exists and
For
can put out
me,
original movies.
dude, it
Yeah.
comes at night. That fucking, I felt robbed. I felt like I'll never trust this company.
I didn't like
ever
that
again. It comes at night.
Yeah,
Did it go-
Spoiler alert!
What it-
Nothing comes at night.
Oh, it came during the day?
Nothing fucking comes. There's no coming in this movie. Nothing shows up. Nobody's there. Nothing's there.
Around noon, it
Was
rolled
it a
in.
monster? Was it a dog? Was it
that
a
one
person?
was forgettable. That one was forgettable.
Nothing fucking shows up.
I love Witch. I mean, I think they started strong and then they've kind of like, you know, and Lamb wasn't great. This was better. This almost
I just know a million people that rushed out to Lamb like, oh, this is gonna be so
It
fucked up,
wasn't.
and they all left like,
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was more
Green
than a
Knight was
Lamb's
good
head.
though. I liked that.
It was okay.
This one though, it had this very Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
1979, bunch of guys and gals going to make a porno in a van in the middle of Texas or wherever they're gonna rent this boarding house. And then it turns into the slasher. But like I've talked about how like horror films that use nudity to terrify you in ways like The Shining does, the bathtub scene with the old
that
lady.
was
Like
very scary.
this movie does shit like that to me where I was like so on board with like the fear of horrifying nudity in some ways. There's also a lot of great nudity because the van full of younglings are out there to make a skin flick.
That didn't sound.
I would
It did
use
it.
a different term to describe those actors.
You know, I'm sorry. It was
No.
1979, and
No.
yeah,
you just-
that was a Star Wars
You just
reference. I should have used.
You
a different
missed
term.
missed the boat on that one.
Well, all of these
Take a lightsaber to that whole
all
discussion.
of these heshers, these
no.
these
This is-
hippies. You don't know what a hesher is, Sean. It's-
I just, it doesn't sound good.
they're out there to you know shoot a porno in a barn.
So it's kind of like Zack and Miri.
Kind
Zack
of,
and
yeah.
Mary makes a horror film.
Yeah.
Zack and Miri sequel.
Gotcha. Cool.
Do you remember when that came out and that was like Kevin Smith threw a fit about it? Does anyone remember that?
No.
I do remember him
He-
being upset over.
He put
something.
it out on Halloween night and it didn't do that good on Halloween night, and he was just like, "What? No one's doing anything on Halloween. Why weren't they at my movie?" And I was like,
That's
Never been to a Halloween
party?
Presumptuous Kevin.
"Yeah." I was just like, "Damn, all right."
Yeah, I was watching a scary movie.
That's what I thought. I'm like, "You didn't release a horror movie. Like, what happened?"
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm going to call it. This is going to be the end of the episode coming up right here in a
Yeah.
few minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching,
Or is
everybody.
it the beginning?
Yeah, or is it the beginning?
No,
The
it's
world
end.
may never know.
It's the end. I just wanted to get that.
We'll be back on Sunday at our regularly scheduled time. But thank you for joining us on this special edition of the Mega64 Podcast. Any closing words from you guys?
No. I'm still upset with what Garrett said.
Wait, what did I say?
You said Lamb was good.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Turn this off.